Hello and welcome to Lydia Hawk Designs. Today I am making a braided bracelet with a Celtic pendant and green jasper beads. I'm linking to a video that inspired me below. If you want to make one like theirs, it actually has a slip knot closure with dangling ends, so it's adjustable. One size fits all. I had been looking for a video like that for a very long time and was so happy to come across theirs and their way of putting this together. I changed mine a little bit, and because I don't like dangling ends on my bracelets, I decided to incorporate a toggle clasp into mine. So that's what makes mine a little different. You can buy these on my website, but I thought it would be neat to make a video showing you how I put the toggle clasp on this type of bracelet. My wrist is 6.5 inches, so I made my bracelet 7.5 so that it would be easy to put on. And as you can see, it fits snug without being too loose or too tight. I have a video on my YouTube channel for how to measure your wrist for this bracelet. This is my final design, so let's get started. I've got 16 jasper beads to go on either end. I've got 7mm crimp bead covers to fasten the ends. I've got a toggle clasp. I've got my Celtic pendant. I've got coil findings for the very end. I've got tiny jump rings, and I've got silver nylon. This 2 strips of 12 inches, and I've got 0.014 inch fine beading wire, 12 inches for both sides. Crimp pliers, wire cutters. I've got 2 sets of flat nose pliers for the jump rings. You can get a macrame board. I actually got this at the Dollar Tree. It was marketed as a gardening cushion, so you can kneel on it, but it is foam and it's about the same thickness as a macrame board, and it was only $1. I have these clamps that I got at Staples a long time ago, and I've got some pins. And I've also got a big eye beading needle. It is really thin, and it's going to help me feed the nylon through the hole of my pendant. I'm going to start with the nylon thread, and I'm just going to find the center of it with my big eye beading needle and go through the front of my pendant hole. And once I have a loop through, I'm going to feed these 2 loose ends through it. I'm going to tighten it down a little, but not too much yet, because first I want to go ahead and put the wire through. So I'm going to take my beading wire and feed it through the bottom opening. Once I have that through, I'm going to tighten my nylon cord down. And then I'm going to put it on my board in a way where this beading wire will hang over the end. I'm just going to put a pin through here, maybe a couple, just to make sure it's nice and sturdy. I'm going to separate my nylon out to either side. Now this beading wire is coming down through the bottom center nicely. And I'm going to put my jasper beads on it. I had to make these over and over again. You eventually develop a finesse for keeping everything secure, making sure the braid is nice and tight. It takes a little practice if you're not used to it. But it's so pretty. It's so pretty in the end. It's fun to wear. And obviously you could use any pendant, any color bead. I love jasper beads. And I actually got these Celtic pendants off of Amazon. Pretty inexpensive and definitely decorative. So I've got 4 on each side, which is what I want. And now, just to make sure everything is nice and tight and secure and they won't go anywhere, I'm going to take my clasp here and tighten the beading wire to the board. Now, making sure that one is on top of the other this way, starting from the right, I'm going to go over and then under, and then I'm going to go over the one bead, well, under I should say, the one bead, and then start crisscrossing the nylon around the beads in sets of 2. And I just really want to make sure that the braid is tight as I go. I don't want them moving around, so I've just figured out how to hold one side with one finger until I've got it pulled around. And just keep doing that, stopping and starting as many times as I have to. And then bring it around one more time before securing it to the other side. So yeah, my braid is still nice and tight. So I can feel it right here. It's not giving, so I'm happy with that. Okay. Okay. Now we're going to do the same thing with the other side. We're going to bring it around and then same thing. Just keep, oops, I have to go through here. Bring it around and then over and under, same as before. So there's no give. That's what we want. And then I'm going to bring it under one more time. So there's my knot. Everything is nice and tight. And I want that crimp bead cover. go right around the bottom. I just gotta have to, if things start to come loose, you just pull everything and just go right to the crimp bead cover. And I want the crimp bead cover to close towards the back. So I'm gonna turn this over now and use my crimp bead pliers. So now that the crimp bead cover is over it, I am going to trim my wire. And eyeball the length for the nylon cord. And then insert all of this into the coil. Make sure it's there really close. And then once I've got that one end piece of the coil fitted down really good, we're going to do the same thing to the other side. So now I'm going to add my jump rings. I like for my toggle to be on the side towards me. So I'm going to open my jump ring. And add it. It's a tiny jump ring, so there we go. Now for the other side. And there we have it. A beautiful braided bracelet that hopefully is very sturdy. We'll find out right now. Yep. And you can experiment with ends as well. This one has a clamp end that was a little awkward around the nylon. Maybe you'd have better luck than I did getting it around it better. Put a little glue on it. It's still sturdy. And when I wear it, no one sees the other side. You really just have to practice. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell for instant notifications. If you have your own technique for making these braided bracelets, I would love to see it. Please share. Until next time.